I will say that I knew the name Michael Gyampo.
Okay.
And I'd seen the person Michael Gyampo, but I never married the two.
Okay.
I just kept hearing Michael Gyampo, Michael Gyampo. And I was wondering who this person is. At one time, my class actually all went to see his position when the results came out.
Oh, really? He was that popular?
Yes, so I just followed and I also, who is Michael Gyampo? When I met him and I realized that, oh, this is the Michael Gyampo. Our friendship started from there. I had an issue that I needed to discuss with somebody and then I chose to discuss it with him because, well, he was calm. He always looked very cool and collected, so.
We sit on a sofa in the evenings. I look at him and I said like, oh, wow. I mean, I actually got to marry you. It's great.
You know? Welcome back to the Abby Imani Reviews show where we speak, we are real so that we can live. Thank you so much for joining us today. As always, if you haven't subscribed, go to YouTube, go to the Abby Imani Reviews show and subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that when we post new videos, you get notified. Today, we have an exciting conversation coming up and I realize that most of the time there's a lot of viewership for conversations around marriage, relationship, and we have this kind today, and I'm excited to have Mr. and Mrs. Gyampo. So the way this whole thing happened is I saw a write-up by Mr. Gyampo on Facebook telling us how he met his wife. It's such a beautiful story. I read it, I was like, no, this has to come on the show. This story has to be told because it was so real, you know, and like they say, organic, the way everything happened for your marriage. So that's why we are here today. But before then, they'll tell us about themselves. Who do we start? Ladies first, as you know.
So I was born Evelyn Atamensa.
Okay.
I was raised up in Takrade. Went to school in Cape Coast, Holy Child School. And then I moved to UST, then UST, KNUST.
Okay.
When I was in the first year, we moved to Accra. The family moved to Accra, and that is where I've been since.
Okay.
At college, I studied chemical engineering, and but I practiced as an environmental consultant for the longest time.
Okay.
Now I'm back to engineering. I work with the motorway project.
Okay.
That is where I am presently.
Do you have any hobbies? Anything exciting?
Yes, I like to read.
Okay.
And I like to garden.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Flowers or?
Yes, flowers.
Okay.
Plants. I don't like flowers, but I just like green plants.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's nice. I would love to see your garden.
Yes.
It sounds like an environmentalist.
She does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I'm Michael Gyampo, and how do I put it? Well, I'm an educationist. Have been in education for about 30 years.
Oh.
Retired now, and so faced into consultancy. Sort of, I take up private jobs. It's exciting because I do have my time. I have the flexibility. Well, schooled at UST as well, from our story.
That's where it all started.
Yes, and went on to do other courses, but basically, that's me. Hobbies, I love writing. I'm sure that's what's brought me. That's what's got me into trouble. I really enjoy writing and kind of just like sports. So I really love exercising.
Okay.
I don't macho, as you can see, but I really love exercising. So that's basically.
So you go jogging? And
I used to jog, but now I use the gym.
Okay.
That's what I do.
I like
love
that
keeping
too.
fit because I think it helps a healthy mind in a healthy body, or a healthy body in a healthy mind, one or the other.
It is. It really is helpful. I have a fitness channel actually. I've been on break for a while, but
great.
I'm also into
Excellent.
fitness. That's Auntie Evelyn also.
Not really.
I pull hair along once in a while.
Sometimes, just like how you pulled her hair.
Yes.
So he tells me that he put a gun to her head.
You see?
She likes to be in her corner, but today
Yes.
we've drawn her out.
The sort of trouble you get into when you get married to. Yeah, but that's it.
But thank you so much for coming out of
family,
your comfort zone.
in terms of family, we have 4 children.
Okay.
But at the moment, we are in our nest alone.
Empty nesters.
Yes.
Okay. How does it feel?
It's great.
It is?
Yeah, I miss the kids sometimes, but all in all, not having to wake up in the morning to
feed anyone.
When we go out, we come at the time we want.
Yeah.
That is also nice.
I think I've met your son. I don't know what his position is. He's the first.
David, yeah.
Okay, I think, yeah.
So the interesting thing is because they all schooled outside and they're all kind of relocated. The young one is still in school, but they're outside. So we tend not to see them too often. And I think that's what she means by missing them.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm okay if I can get on a call with them, but she really
she wants to see them. Yeah.
We talk often, but usually I want to see them physically, not on the video.
I can understand. Yeah. We thank God. And we thank God for your life and your marriage. So we just get right into it. Some people might have read it like I did, but we still want to hear it, how it all happened. So I think you, because you wrote, yes, we want to get it from your perspective.
Exactly.
So you can start for us.
I will say that I knew the name Michael Gyampo.
Okay.
And I had seen the person Michael Gyampo, but I never married the two.
Okay.
I just kept hearing Michael Gyampo. And I was wondering who this person is.
Oh, are you hearing about him?
That he had come back to university. You know, he was there earlier.
Yes.
That he's come back and he's doing chemistry. At one time, my class actually all went to see his position when the results came out.
Oh, really? He was that popular?
Yes, so I just followed and I also, who is Michael Gyampo? But I'd seen the person. Our departments were close.
Okay.
And I'd seen him a couple of times, but I thought he was a TA.
Okay.
Because of course he was older than us.
Okay.
He had gone and then come back. So I thought he was a TA. And I was sure he was a TA because students, when you are greeting each other, will say how. We don't say, how are you? And that's how he greeted. So I was certain that he was a TA.
Asian people.
Yes. Like, how are you? And also, I'm fine, thank you. Like, I'm greeting. But we had a mutual friend.
Okay.
And then when I met him and I realized that, oh, this is the Michael Gyampo. Our friendship started from there. I had an issue that I needed to discuss with somebody. And then I chose to discuss with him because, well, he was calm. He always looked very cool and collected. So I went to see him and then we started off from there.
Okay. So, but at the time it was purely friendship.
Yes. When we started, it was purely friendship.
You didn't have any thought like...
At all. I mean, he was a gentleman.
Okay.
And he listens. I mean, I can talk. People don't know that I talk, but when I'm with him, I talk a lot.
Okay.
I say a lot of things and he just listens, laughs here, puts in a little here and there. So it was nice. And then he used to check up on me a lot.
Okay.
I mean, I could tell him anything. I didn't have anything.
No reservation.
No reservation. I thought he was my friend. So, and I liked him a lot as a friend, actually.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Because these days, it seems a bit strange to, get close to a guy and not have some thought.
Yeah.
Well, even with me, I realized that as a point, I had to check myself because I realized that whenever I encounter a guy, then one of the thoughts that come to mind is, it could be him. I was like, no, why can't you just be friends? Think friendship, and then whatever will happen, will happen. Yeah. So
I know it does become, what do you say? It does become very transactional at some point, and that really blots out a lot. Like she was saying, the reason I think part of the reason why I think the issue came up is why you say marrying a friend. But I think that's what we realized. The friendship or the connection or the relationships started very organically. And as you're right, I used to check up on her, from time to time. That it's over a period. It's over about 1.5 years.
Yes,
so that checking, that the frequency increased, but very gradually. And when we met, we talked about all sorts of conversations. Were really interesting. Yes, she had a lot more to say, so I'd be listening.
I remember. Sorry, I remember. I used to ask him. I was a Catholic before I joined his church. Okay. So I had become creepy, like we say. And I thought that, yes, I mean, the creepy people should see me, the guys should see me, but I was still getting, the guys who still liked me were not in church. So
it was the vibes.
Yeah, so I went to ask him, like, what is it about me? Don't I look creepy enough? And
you should have been wearing some long dress.
So, why are people still coming after me and they are not creepy? And
campus life.
Yes, I should relax. I'm creepy enough. Everybody sees that I'm creepy. So, we could talk about these things. Yeah.
But the interesting thing is, I don't know whether it was the same in your time, but at time, one of the narratives was the bad boys like the creepy girls.
Oh yes, I think it still does happen. They're smart enough to know what is good for them in the long term.
Eventually, when they want to get settled, it's the creepy girls that some of them will go for, because they know the good thing.
I see.
But when they are just playing around, or that one, they'll just go for anyone who will come along.
True.
So probably that's what was happening.
True. But that indeed was part of the reason why I enjoyed this conversation so much, because it wasn't formal. Let me put it this way. As you said, I looked a bit old. Maybe I looked more older, more mature. So usually people would come in Brahmic, which was great. So I was an interesting person who just came in and called me Michael.
Okay.
You see the little things that can. I said, oh goodness,
so why should I call you?
So very little things like that, very refreshing. I mean, conversations kind of just varied everything, personal life, talked about her life, some of the challenges, things like that. And I enjoyed listening and also offer counsel here and there. But so I think things kind of just grew really naturally that way.
Like you were saying, he had lots of friends, lots of women friends. I mean, the creepy ladies were all around
Most
him.
women like guys who will listen to me.
Yes. So when I go and a lot of guys, I just move on. And when I'm talking to him, somebody comes, I just leave. I mean, he was just my friend. So I didn't feel there was no pressure. There was no competition. And somehow all his friends became my friend, even before we got married. So that was nice.
I discovered that when you start out with friendship, it takes a lot of pressure off you. And then the false expectations, and you're just yourself. You're free, and it wraps off on the other person as well. So they are not under pressure to impress you in any way. Both of you are just flowing. So
that was incredibly helpful. No one was posturing to anyone.
Great. But having said that, so we'll go into that aspect now. Is it so? When I was thinking through the topic, one aspect that came to mind was arranged marriages. We are talking about the importance of couples starting with friendships, but we also know that some are brought together not of their own will. So if you're thinking about that, what would you say? Is it a must that the couple should be friends before they get married, or they can work that up, as they go along?
I mean, arranged marriages, yeah, that's a unique situation, and I'm sure we'll talk more about also our not arguments, but reasons for saying you must marry your friend. Well, first of all, even that statement I know I made in the post, you must marry your friend. What? No, you must. You should marry your friend. What I meant was that make every effort to become friends, to really know each other. Before you get into or whether, in the process, whatever, put as much effort as you can into becoming friends. Because in our sense, I think friendship is the bedrock of this whole relationship. But in terms of arranged marriages, so even if it's an arranged marriage, it doesn't start off as organically or naturally as we said, but two people being brought together by whatever circumstances. I think that there should be that effort for the friendship has to evolve. I find it very difficult to see how a relationship in the long term can stand when the two of them are not friends. I really think hard about it, and I wonder exactly how people are going to cope in it. There are enough pressures in relationships, right? Than to have it totally bereft of friendship. Now that would be challenging. But yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I would say not necessarily.
Okay.
And when we talk about friendship here, I would want to define it as something where there's mutual respect.
Okay.
People are interested in each other's affairs.
Okay.
You want to know the person. You genuinely want to know the person and what make the person tick. It's not something that has to be developed over a long period of time.
Okay.
I think that for marriages, if we have that kind of friendship, it helps. And then I would also say that marriage, whether there's friendship or not, it will always be by the grace of God. You could, after all, some people are friends, have married, and then within a year they separated. So the friendship is key. But for me, it will always be God, be the grace of God. So that's what I want to say.
What you just said actually brought to mind some stories I've heard where people will say, it looks like we are better off friends than husband and wife.
Yeah.
So I think what you said is really true.
That's an interesting statement.
I don't know if you've heard it, but I have heard it.
Yes, I have looked at it and I said that, you see, friendship, there's friendship and there's marriage. In friendship, we enjoy each other's company. In marriage, we are doing life. Yes, we are doing life. And this life has a lot of pressures. We are paying bills. We have children to shout at. So many things. But friendship, I mean, when there's a lot of pressure, you go home, I go home, we can cool it off and then come back as friends. But this one, we are living in it.
Okay.
So sometimes some of the friendship can erode. I mean, I don't think we've been friends forever. There are some times that I don't even want him as a friend.
That's fair enough.
But I think at the same time too, the friendship still helps for you to still go back to the person.
Exactly. It really does. It does.
Absolutely.
Because
I think it spices up the marriage. Here's a situation where after how many years of raising children, now the children are allowed to do that. It's just the two of us facing each other, right? You come back in the evening, we settle down. What do? Do we just kind of look at each other? I have something to talk about.
Laugh about.
Laugh
about when we're raising kids, some of the mistakes we made, some of the battles we fought, So there's a lot. When you're friends, it's almost like a continuous conversation for 31 years, and all the experiences you've picked up and bringing them back. And you're chatting with your friend. I mean, in the evening, you in the house alone, you're with your friend. I mean, it's great. All those flowers and butterflies and things, look, those things face out after some time. They're just the joy of being with your friend. We sit on a sofa in the evenings. I look at you and I say, like, oh, wow. I mean, I actually got to marry you. It's great.
Being free to say all those things, no shyness,
it's fantastic for her to say that. Sometimes you post too much, or like I said, like, really, is that something? No, I don't think so. So I has her opinions here, but it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, really free around each other.
Yeah.
When you talked about raising children, what also came to mind is especially women who tend to lose themselves, and then couples who also lose that connection when children come in because they are so focused on the children. So like your case now, once they become empty nesters, then there's nothing to do with each other.
Yes.
What would you say to someone who is going through child rearing right now, in quotes?
It is so real, especially for women. I will use myself as an example.
Okay.
We had to move from Ghana to South Africa, Johannesburg. And there, my husband's work was very intense. I didn't work. In fact, I tried to find work, I didn't. And I had to stay home with the kids. And their schedules were so hectic. This is doing sports. I have to pick this one or go watch this one.
School
yes,
programs.
after school programs. I had to do that.
Intense,
And it was intense. I mean, speaking to my younger self, I would have told my younger self that enjoy it today. So I would tell young people, if this is what you are doing, enjoy it because it's a very short period. When you are in it, you think it's forever, but it's not. Enjoy it.
But also, it's so worth it, isn't it?
Yes, it's worth it. It's so worth it. But at that time, sometimes, I'm an engineer by profession. I was doing my profession. I wanted my own money. And now here I was. So it's quite difficult. But again, like I'm saying, I'm advising young people. If young couples or people who are in that stage, enjoy it. It's not forever. When the kids grew up and I came back, I'm working and I'm enjoying everything, every bit of it. So at that time, there can be a lot of friction in the marriage because you are thinking about the children. This one comes and he's bringing his. It's like, can you even see what I'm doing?
You need a break.
Yes, I need a break, and then because the children are there, we don't have our own time. When we want to create experiences, it's for the family. So if you are not intentional about talking. Having time. I mean, sometimes we just go to the bedroom and shut the door, and then we have our conversations, and so that we can catch up with each other. Otherwise, it will always be the family. It will be the family experience, and when the family is no longer there, you are left with a gap in between. So, I think that is very intentional. You have to be intentional about it. Some people. We were not so much like that. You go on dates, and if we are going on dates, people want to come along. So
no insist.
Yes. So we just had to.
Did you have help?
No, not in SA.
Okay.
No. We had help, but he wasn't living with us. So he just
wasn't living. Okay.
Yes, he wasn't living. He came about twice a week. Yes.
Okay.
So
that's also why you couldn't
have
the dating.
Exactly.
Yes,
you can't live there. I mean,
to be honest, I probably didn't make as much effort as I should have. So let me take that. But yes, we still had lots of outings. Look, the reason why, it's win both cases. The reason why when we get on a call with our kids, we can talk so much. Some of these because there's so many experiences. But as she said, it was always family. We had our individual experiences. That's great. But they can talk a little bit. Oh, do you remember when this? Do you remember when that? It's a lot of laughing, a lot of silliness and things like that. So there's a win there, right? But as she says, it's quite challenging. It really was challenging. I think one thing that helped us was the fact that moving away from Ghana, we had our weekends to ourselves.
Okay. Yes.
The
no plenty funerals.
No offense meant, but culturally, there's so much commitment to external programs, funerals. A lot, draw you. I think and it's also the culture there that parents had a lot of time for their children.
Yeah.
So like she said, you're following this kid to their netball game, you're following this to their school play, you know, parents. So we spent a lot of time with them, and that was great.
Yeah.
But yes, back to ourselves.
Yes, back to ourselves. I mean, here, even over the weekends, I have my program, he has his program.
Yeah.
I just get and I go, and then he has. But because we were together a lot, there are some programs that he would insist that I come with him.
Yeah, like this one.
Yes, like this one. He insists that I can. Sometimes, you know, here you can go to this one and I can go. I don't have to come with you. Yeah. But that is how we have. That's how we vibe. That's how we vibe. So we are always following each other to each other's program. Yeah, but I like, again, I would say that you have to be very intentional about it. Otherwise, the pressures in marriage can even erode the friendship that you had built together. It can. Yeah.
So in your case where you couldn't practice, was there ever a time where you had a sense of some bitterness against him?
Yes.
Can you share how were you able to deal with that?
Yes, I used to tell my friends that I am very sure that this guy is part of the reason why I had to come for. He's praying that I don't get a job. You know, he's very domesticated.
Okay.
He likes to see that he has his food. I have done it, you know. One time my daughter would go, so mommy, you know you are spoiling him. but I also told myself, I'm not working. This is I have to do it. This is my way. Yeah. So sometimes I was very bitter also. Why am I just here?
Yeah.
And sometimes I tell him that this is they just put this together and eat, and he's standing there, he can't seem to find it, and I'm like, yes. He has been praying that I don't find way so that I can do this for him. So
you can take care of him.
Yes.
Look,
is that the background you had
in her favor? Just in her favor. Okay. I think while she was serving us so in such a dedicated way, she created, I think there are 2 different entrepreneurial ventures that she created. Okay. So I think she did a lot. She's very, what do you call it? Yeah, she can multitask a lot. And there was one business she did, and then later on something quite huge of energy solutions and things. Okay. I think there was a third, and then she went into tea production as well. So,
so but you stopped?
Yeah, when I came
here. Yeah, she just packed all her equipment and then came.
It's not that simple, you know. Yeah. I have to get a factory, and so I have packed it for now. Let me just work and somebody pay me a bit.
Take a rest for a bit.
Yes.
So back into a more structured life. So yeah, she did those as well. I just wanted to remind her that she wasn't just sitting at home. She has a lot of energy this way.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the engineering bit was where she really wanted to.
I mean, being an entrepreneur is not simple. I wanted somebody to be paying me monthly. People
for
talk about
for my
peace of mind.
Worry about where the money is going to come from.
Exactly.
So she's back to
but again, it is his support. He really supported me to do all the things that I was able to do. Yeah. I was at home, so that was also nice.
Yeah. So I was asking, when she talked about you insisting that you take care of, she'd take care of you. Is that the background that you had?
A model passed on. Yes. I grew in. That was our home. Presbyterian parents and a Presbyterian catechist and his wife, who are both into education. You can imagine the home. Yeah. Daddy never ate outside. He's always eating at home. But obviously, I understand that times evolve, times change. And so when she wasn't around, when she had traveled, I'd make my own food and succeed at doing that. When she's
hopefully without having to take any emoji on WhatsApp later.
So I think my daughter was right. I think she had just
she loved you. I mean, she wanted you to be well taken care of.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's one of the things that couples should take note of, like the background of their partners.
Yes.
It will help bring some understanding in how they do the things they do and why they do them. It doesn't mean that you have to replicate exactly.
You don't have to. Sometimes you have to shake them out of it.
But I must say, despite all the shaking, she was very kind. She was kind most of the time.
Yeah.
She was very kind.
Yeah. But it helps you to tolerate the person.
Yes, it does. It really does. So, but he's kind. So it's also, I mean, you can't be angry with him forever. So, and it wasn't always. I mean, sometimes you get a bit fed up. You are, I mean, just home over and over and over and over again. But then something happens and you see that, oh, it's all worth it. Then you go on being happy till, you know, that stage comes on. You know, women, we just, we roll and coast, I'll say. Yeah.
Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. Like you take it all in. So, what would you say to a lady who's, I'm a bit biased with the woman today. Unlike your case where Mr. Gyampo was understanding, I mean, he was a gentleman, he understood you, he made it a bit easy for you in that situation. But there might be a woman out there whose husband doesn't really appreciate the fact that she's dropped everything and is taking care of him in the house. And she's frustrated and bitter. What would you say to such a woman?
This is a difficult one because it's so real when you don't feel appreciated. I guess I'm speaking to a Christian woman. Yes. So
first and foremost,
I would say that for me, sometimes I remember the past, like what he has done. And then I make that, this is how I sometimes I make excuses for the person. That, oh, probably he's tired. That's why he's doing this. Oh, this is happening. I make excuses so that I can carry on. Because if I don't make those excuses, I get bitter. And the two, I mean, it becomes something. It's not long and you are batting heads all the time and you don't want that. So sometimes you just have to make an excuse for the person that, oh, he's behaving like this because sometimes he won't be always that mean. Sometimes he's kind. So you just capitalize on that.
Those times.
Remember that, and then you go on. And if kids are in, you should just concentrate on the fact that, okay, you're also bringing up kids. You are doing it not just for the person you think is not appreciative of what you're doing. You are doing something.
Investing
in people's life, and you want to see that you are winning. So the excuse making for the person helps so that you can invest properly. And then there are a lot of times that I have regretted. I look back and I said, oh, I could have sung more with my children, driving them to school. I could have done more of this for them. You know, not always, sometimes, because sometimes I'm so bored, I just go in the room and I shut my door and I want, and nobody should knock on my door. You know, those kind of things. And I'm thinking that,
time.
Yes, I'm thinking that, oh, I mean, sometimes it's good to have your me time, but it could have been nicer if I knew this thing, if I knew that times are really transient. Yes. So, women facing this, you are not alone. A lot of us face it. So, just you have to make it worthwhile, you know.
But actually, also just a little. So to add to that, I think it's important because there's a limit. There really is a limit, and that's where this whole issue of trust comes in. Because if she's investing so much into me, I think I need to understand and to appreciate it.
Exactly.
And I need to make sure that I am. So how do you put it? Responding in kind. But if it's just one way and hey, I could say, you know, kind
food.
Absolutely not. I think, and particularly if there is a community of faith around you, you've got to reach out to someone if you're feeling stifled in a relationship, whether a pastor or whether there's got to be some counseling, there's got to be some advice. I'm told by psychologists that beyond a certain age, it's very difficult for a person to change, but, which is...
Like you said about the proverbial tree.
Isn't it? But I think a man should understand that they don't marry for a person to become a slave in their home. That definitely is off.
Exactly.
So there's got to be, it's always mutual. All right.
I was actually going to come to that.
It's a give.
You speak to the men, how they can make their wives feel appreciated, even if they're working.
Yeah.
Because in the past, the woman wasn't like she is now. Most women, I mean, they had farms and all, yes, but it seems like it's a bit more hectic these days. And they still have to combine it with taking care of the home, the children. So what would you tell the men? How can they relate with their spouses and their children such that the other side doesn't feel like they're missing out on something or they are being taken advantage of?
I think I started responding that way. Men can also do what women can do. At least sometimes I blend the stuff for her, which is
and he washes the dishes.
I make sure I wash the dishes always after she's done the amazing job of so in that way I participate. But seriously, I don't think a man should just go and fold their hands and watch TV all the time while a woman is doing what they're doing. The least you can do is if she's doing stuff in the kitchen, come and stand by her and chat. At least that is appreciation. All right. Oh, can I bring the fried water or whatever? At least that's doing something. But kind of just to go shut off or just go always with the boys, and that's some of the things that you've got to watch. Right. There's got to be a lot more doing together so that you can continue building your relationship.
And then helping a lot with the kids. I mean, women, we appreciate that a lot. I mean, if you make the effort, you are tired, you've come back from work, you are tired. But you should also remember that the woman has been home alone with the kids the whole day. So when you come and you also take up some of the work with the kids, it's very appreciative.
Particularly when the woman has also been to work. Remember, it's not all stay at home. So both of you are going to work and you come back. And that was our situation at some time. But for most of the time, like you said in essay, she worked from home. I would say she worked from home rather than that she was just at home, and I was always there on site. So yes, that's part of it. You've always got to know that the other person is also putting in a lot. And just the little things, very, very little things really you can do that show appreciation. That's everything. It's not a budget. It doesn't cost so much. But always showing appreciation. That's important. I think that's what's brought us this far.
And going back, the friendship also helps with the communication in a situation like this, right? If the couple are friends, it's easy for them to air their views, what they're not comfortable with.
She'll definitely let you know if she's happy with something. She'll let you know in no uncertain terms. So that's important.
So let's talk a bit about communication. I mean, there can be communication, but if it's not done right, then the point is not made. Can we touch a bit on that? How has communication been for you? You've said a bit about it, but especially in that scenario, I should say, where there's friction, there's conflict.
I mean, like you said, I can really say my mind. I mean, if something is on my mind, I don't hold back. I'll just pour it out. But I have a very good friend. She's a pastor. And I just confided in her that, look, I'm too brutal. Whatever comes to, I say it. So
no censoring.
Yes. So when there's a friction and we are talking, what can I do? Then she said that, look, when there's some friction and he's talking and you don't want to, just in the middle of the sentence, just say, excuse me. And that is what it works like magic. So he's going on and on and in the middle, I just say, excuse me, just a minute. Like, it's not like, I don't want to be rude and say that.
Because I was going to say that, doesn't you feel like you're walking out on him?
No. So I won't just get up and go.
Okay.
I'll just 1 minute. Then I go to the toilet. I just stay there, open the tap, wash my hand. By the time I come, he has to get some energy, inertia to start off from where he was, and it's all. So that has really helped me.
Okay.
We can be having some discussion, or not discussion, arguments, and when I see that it's going a bit too far, I just said, 1 minute, and I just get up, or I will just walk up to the bedroom, stay there for a while, and I'll come back. By the time I come, you certainly are doing something else. So
the fire is gone.
Yes. So that excuse, I've told a lot of my friends too, that don't just sit there and listen to all. I mean, as you listen, you'll be boiling up,
yes.
And then you can say something that you don't want to say. So just in the middle, you listen to the middle, and then you break it. And you see that he can't start with that same, because it's building up. He's going to, he has to break up and then start ever again. He's not going to do it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
And it's actually been said about conflicts, that at a point when you realize that things are getting out of hand, just walk away. If you can go out, take a walk or something, clear your head. By the time you come back, things have calmed down.
But with a couple, if you just walk away, especially the woman, they'll say that you are rude. So that so you just have to excuse yourself and say, I'm coming just a minute.
You can say, let's continue this conversation later. The way things are going now.
When things have cooled down.
It's very important. So again, friendship is key.
Absolutely. I was telling her the other day that, look, regardless, I've never once thought, even when we've been in the middle of some really, what do you call it? High tension, whatever it is. I never once think that, this is it. This is the end. At the back of my mind, I know, look, we've got to resolve this somehow. And come back,
the D word.
Not with this, whatever it is, we're in it together.
Was it your case as well? Did you ever think of divorce at a point?
No, I haven't. And I think that it's a commitment. I came from a divorce background.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I know what it does to children. And I told myself, in fact, I asked the Lord that I told the Lord that from me and the generations after me, my younger, we don't want this. We don't want to hear about these things. So He should help us. And so it's a commitment. I asked the Lord, and it's a commitment to myself, so that sometimes when the tension is very high, I don't think about it. I think that sometimes I wish if I had a pot, I would just hit him with it. But
put some sense into
it. And nest me back to health and continue, right?
But that's interesting.
Yes, but divorce, no. I don't think I've ever considered that.
Because for someone else, it would have been the other way around. Because that's what they are used to.
Yes.
That will be what's in their head. If it doesn't work, I'm out. I mean, after all, my parents did. But it's not a very good place. So sometimes parents think just about themselves. For the children, it's terrible. It's a terrible thing, and you don't want to put any child through that. So,
but again, I think it has to do again with this investment of like everyday little investments. Okay. Because eventually, in situations like this, you draw from those investments. Like when you've built so much trust together, even when something goes wrong, you know that, look, this lady doesn't mean that ill. Whatever it is, if she walks out of the house by herself or whatever it is, look, it's
not the end.
No, and it's, you can never have a sinister thought towards me, or I can't. And I'm saying that's between the two of us. Again, what she started with is grace, Show me 3, 4, 5 keys to get into this. I don't even know. we keep saying it. I think this relationship has sort of just been.
It's just the grace of God,
and we've built it, and we get to a point, and then it's rather, on hindsight. Okay, so we've built all this. Exactly how did we do it?
We can't tell.
We can't. All we know is that by God's grace, we're in a pretty secure space, secure place regarding each other. That commitment to have and to hold to till death has do part. By God's grace, we're so sure about it. We show, and respectfully, we know that there have been breakups in Christian marriages. Yes, we understand that respectfully. But I think it would be very hard for anyone to convince me at any time that I'll go through a divorce with this lady. By God's grace, almost impossible.
Your mind is set on making things work. So come what may.
Absolutely.
You go through it.
And again, it's just by the grace of God. Even the commitment that you are making and you are keeping.
Yes.
If I don't see how
the Holy Spirit will enable you.
Yes, like you're saying, if that is the background you come from, it is easy to just go back and say, oh, after it happened. But it's always been by the grace of God.
So you said something about friendship at the beginning, which really hit me, that getting to know someone doesn't have to take long. It's mainly knowing their interests, looking out for their welfare. I think it's refreshing to know. So then it means that, like we're saying, in the case of arranged marriages, it's not too late to get to know the person, even after you're married. So can you speak a bit on that? How they can cultivate the friendship?
You see, for arranged marriages, you are coming in with your head on. It's not anything like romantic. You don't have some expectations that is over the moon. So you are very real coming in that this is marriage. The pressures are on.
What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. But it is important that you cultivate something. You need something to stand on. So you will have to get some interest in the person, what the person does. And not just one-sided, mutually. You should get interested in what the person, if the person who likes watching soccer. Now the soccer, I know everything about soccer because
whether I like it or
not. Even when I'm cooking, they will scream at me, come and see. So, I mean, you just have to. Women don't like soccer, but you can just sit and also watch with them.
I'm one of the exceptions.
Oh, what do I know? There are lots of women who really enjoy soccer. So,
So you just have to try and find mutual interest, even if it's not your interest. That is marriage. It's committal. You just have to give of yourself. Both ways, you see. So once you do these little things, then the friendship is developing. So the fact that you come in not as friends doesn't mean you can't be friends. You can't be friends. Yes.
I'd say it will take a bit more effort because, in our particular case, as you said, it just really started organically. Yesterday or 2 days ago, we were talking about something like vibe. When you hit the right, what we say is people can just kind of
click.
Hit it up because they just click. It's not the case with an arranged marriage. You are presented with someone else. So as you say, so I think you need to make the extra effort. If it's something that you're in, you've been presented with, then you really need to make the effort. It might be a little extra challenging because, look, you really don't naturally feel like you love this person, but it's possible to develop something. That's what we're saying. It's still possible. But the important thing is this friendship thing, it counts.
It does.
It does count. So it's important to try and find ways to develop friendships.
And speaking of love, in one of my conversations, so I had one of the ladies from church actually sharing about her marriage and her near divorce. And at a point we talked about love. And this expression of love not being enough came up. And I was like, for me, if we are looking at love the way God defines it, then love is actually enough. because love is not based on feeling.
Yeah.
It's being intentional, like you said. And in
yeah.
the arranged marriage setting, that's where love will really play out, because you're choosing to tolerate somebody, to love someone who you hardly know, you know, and then you start to see their weaknesses and their failings, but you still decide that I'm going to remain here. And even in the marriages that happen organically.
Yes.
That's also the situation. So I think if we get the right definition of love, that's what's actually, because God is love too.
Yes, it's true.
You know, love is such a it's such a broad term, and sometimes it's very difficult. I think it's expressed in different contexts.
Yes.
It's much broader than we think of. You know, at the base, it's always making a choice, and sometimes totally unsentimental and emotional, but it's still a choice. So it can be difficult, but it can be then very cerebral as well. You know, you love, and so you choose to do X, Y, Z. I mean, it must take a very mature person to continue doing that all the time without cracking up. That's reality, maybe. That's reality. So at a certain point, I think you still do need something from the heart.
Yes.
You really do need something from the heart, because I think that's eventually at the highest point. Love, as we see it, there is a kind of heart, aspect, but
with love, there's because it's not every time that you like somebody.
No.
It's not every time that you like somebody, but when you love somebody, it's there. It's always there. You know that you love this person, but at some particular moment, you don't want to even see the person. But it doesn't mean that you are going to just cut the person off completely. You know. So love is cultivated. It takes time. And I think that we should give ourselves
sentimental love. Sentimental love is cultivated, because when you talk, you see, again, it's back to this, because love, the highest form of love is not necessarily sentimental at all. It's just sacrificial. And we need to be able to dig into that as well. But also we do need that love, what we call phileo, agape, and eros. I think combination of all.
I mean, God, he made us holistic. There's that feeling aspect also. But we are not meant to dwell on that and use it as a basis to take decision, because it's fleeting.
Yes, it's fleeting.
So we have to combine.
Exactly.
All the other aspects, but most importantly, the sacrificial one.
The sacrificial one, yes.
That's the most challenging.
And for that one, you need, again, the grace of God. You just need the Lord to help you. Yes,
definitely. Because He, like I said, He is love.
Yes,
you know, and He demonstrated it, like the Bible said. He demonstrates it for us. He laid down His life, literally. He died for us, and that's the example that we are expected to follow.
I think that I would like to make this confession.
Sure.
Again, some of my prayers to the Lord before I met Michael. I used to tell the Lord that, look, I had just become Christian. I said, you know, I've become your child now. If you want me to love you to the end, then you keep my heart. Make sure nobody breaks it. Because if somebody breaks my heart,
that's it.
I can't do that. I can't
have a heart for you.
I have to mend it. So please try to give me somebody who will not break my heart. So
so that was the first ever relationship with?
No.
You had been in other?
Yes, I had been in other relationship, but
before you be.
Before I met him, but nobody has actually broken my heart. I'm not. I will just go out before my heart is broken. So.
I like I like it when we are real with God.
Yes.
And in my experience, it's very liberating.
Yes.
You know, because He sees our hearts. What's the point hiding?
Yes.
You know, and when you express yourself like that, it frees you up.
Yes.
Even when the situation is not dealt with yet, the fact that you've been honest with God, you've expressed it, it takes a burden off you.
Of you. And you know that he's your father.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, even my earthly father will not give me a stone when I ask for bread. So, I mean, it's that trust. I mean, if you have that trust in him, you pray that, Lord, give me that same kind of trust for the person you are bringing me, so that whatever happens, I know, like he said, he doesn't mean to harm me. So you have that in your head. And so you make excuses. It's always the excuses for the person. He does something that really hurts you. And then you can definitely tell yourself that, oh, this guy, sometimes I say, this guy, he's not thinking right. So I will just pause and...
I don't think the term she uses is not thinking right. I'm sure it's something more brutal. That's a very nice word she's using.
Euphemize it.
Yeah.
So then you are able to go on, and I'm sure he makes excuses. I mean, he will definitely make a lot of excuses for me. So
you know, he kind of reminds me of a friend of mine. She and her husband are similar to the two of you. She's a Ghana woman. You know, very hard, and so she also gets frustrated. Her husband is very laid back when there's an issue and she wants to talk it through and trash it out, and he's just calm. And that even infuriates her.
Yes. So for now, so
she's learning to just chill.
Now I know that chilling is the best. I am not.
Yeah. It doesn't get you anywhere.
It doesn't get you anywhere. So.
Yeah. We thank God. We thank God so much. So I think we'll wrap up here.
Yeah.
If we don't stop now, we can go on and on.
I'm sure.
So if you have any final remarks from both of you. Yeah.
Well, so is there still friendship with marriage?
Yes. Or anything else about marriage that you think we need to know?
I will say that that word, even marriage, it's friendship in another word. Once you choose to do life with somebody, you might as well get to know the person. Get to know the person in such a way that you like the person. Marriage is... friendship is usually like, it's somebody you like that becomes your friend. And you have to like somebody to marry the person. Love is there, love is the bedrock and all that, but liking is very important. Like the person, so that when he does something that you don't like, you just say that you're lucky I like you. And then you move on. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, marriage is... It's such a huge... I think I remember I once read this statement. It says, a good marriage is the next best thing outside heaven.
Okay.
And a bad marriage is the next worst thing outside hell. Yeah. Again, it takes grace. It's grace all through. But you really, really need to pray. If you're getting into the marriage, you really need to get into it. I think the marriage vow itself says it, that you need to do it in a very serious, considered way. You really need to think through. I know people who marry charisma, particularly in the church, you know, sitting and I see sister ministering, I love it. Or leading worship. You don't marry worship. You don't marry prayer warrior. You don't marry that. You know, you marry a human being.
It's a deception.
It is. And so it's important to get close to a person and understand that marriage is not any of these public things. Even someone who preaches, amazing preacher, that's not it. You're marrying a human being. And in the end, just trust the Lord to make that connection and marry based on what do you call it? Yeah, real connections. What really matters? What are our values? What's the direction we're going? And those are the things that can help take you along, not what the person does or what they don't do, you know. So it's very, very important to marry right and to look out for the right things. Including, of course, the vibe. The two of you should be able to really connect together. All right.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. This has been so good. And I've also learned a lot. And I'm very sure that those who are listening or will be listening will also attest to the fact that you've brought out a lot of nuggets that we can carry with us. And most importantly, based on our conversation, be friends, be easy around each other, be honest with each other, just open up, respect each other. Yeah, and above all, let God be the bedrock and the center of your marriage, or even before marriage, your friendship leading to relationship and then to marriage. Let God be at the very center, and He will help all of us.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. He will indeed.
Yeah. Great. So this has been the Abimani Reveal Show, where we speak, we are real so that we can live. Today we've been very, very real, and we thank God. If you haven't subscribed again, go to YouTube and subscribe, and don't miss out on our subsequent conversations. We'll see you in the next session.
Thank you.
Can one of you please pray with us?
All right. We're grateful to your dear Lord for this lovely time. We thank you that at the core of everything we do, we want to bring glory to your name. And so we pray that even the conversations we've had will minister to someone, someone in need, or instruct, direct, encourage. We thank you so much for Abby and the amazing things she's doing here. We pray that you just continue to lift this program, lift this show, reach many people with it. And we're so grateful to you. Thank you so much, our Lord. Thank you for your grace. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this episode. Definitely a time well spent. Do give your feedback in the comment section. And remember to share the link, subscribe to the channel, and like the videos so others can be empowered to live abundant lives. See you in the next episode. In the meantime, have a fantastic week.